matchup on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, this is a matchup, folks. Well, they're excited about this one, and for good reason. We got two offenses that are operating at extremely high levels.
No question about it, Brandon. This is not a matchup that you get that often. We're going to see the number one and number two offenses in the entire NFL on the same field. I'd hate to be Knights getting ready for this one, and we're definitely going to see some points put up on the board.
So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year. But it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
They begin the drive with Williams.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season, because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
Sanders now on 1st and 10. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches, that speaks loudly in volumes.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Sanders.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Back to throw again. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
This is Butler making the catch. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, 5 receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple.
Off-play action. Sanders. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
Isaiah Likely.
His 2nd touchdown on the road in Tampa. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Sanders over the middle, complete. That's Davis. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. To throw is Sanders. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake. Sanders. He'll buy some time right. He's got the hook up with Diggs. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
They'll look to throw again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Rolling to his right.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Six 6-0 our score after 1. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Jalen Tolbert.
An 18-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3.
Throwing to start the drive. Sanders looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Butler. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Well, able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, they'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Up the middle, it's Williams. A nice little juke. And he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Williams diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes.
Let's go now.
Sanders throwing to start the drive. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Sanders. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun, Sanders.
Outright, he finds Tolbert. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Operating from the gun, Sanders uncorks one for Davis. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
And the Bills first down.
Here's Sanders throwing on 1st down.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Now Sanders back to the air on 2nd down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going deep for Diggs. It's caught inside the 25.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Off play action. Sanders out to his left. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Sammy Watkins. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated.
Sanders now throwing to start the drive. Going deep for Diggs. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down and just a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense... And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 17 yards out.
And the Bills are an extra point away from going up by 30.
Well, the defensive coverage was good. So good, he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right? To throw is Sanders on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important, too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Gabriel Davis,
47 yards.
And the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
The Bills offense back out onto the field.
And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Javonte Williams
with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31.
And the Bills are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead.
And now out come the Bills. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided... They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Don't stop that motor.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Buffalo,
they're a win away now from running the table here in the regular season. They moved to 16-0 on the year.